Christmas is literally in 15 days and I still have to make virtually all of my presents. I'm only making 4 presents. One of them's for a dog. That's the one that's basically finished. I just need to like finish seaming like a few stitches and then weave in the ends. But everything else hasn't even been started. So today I decided that I want to knock out 2 of my Crochet Christmas gifts. That would be half of them done in one evening. I'm big on crocheting gifts that don't take a long time, so all of the gifts I chose are like fairly simple. And the 2 that I'm going to make are especially simple, like not a lot of shaping, not a lot going on, but we're going to put them to the test and see if they actually take the time that they say they're going to take. Also, look at this yarn. I'll talk about it later, like while I'm crocheting, but it's not stranded with white thread. It's stranded with reflective thread. Isn't that so cool? This is going to be a beanie for my dad, a very simple beanie construction. But before we get into crocheting, I want to make a festive little coffee. I've been making a salted maple latte in my vlogs, and I have like a recipe on Shorts or on TikTok if anyone wants to watch that. But I kind of want to try perfecting like a peppermint mocha because I'm up for a peppermint mocha, you know? I've loved them since I was a kid. When I was a barista in college, for like 2 years, I had a bad habit during the holidays of making like 4 in a shift for myself. So your girl loves chocolate and mint. I'm also from Chicago, so if you know Frango mints, I love those. And the chocolate mints that they have at Olive Garden. Also, I'm kind of hyper right now. I'm like out of breath. I don't know why. So I'm gonna use decaf espresso. All right, why am I telling you this now? Let's just go make it. Okay, low-key, this is a big success. Life is so good when you realize you can make a cheeky little flavored coffee on your own for super cheap. But I want to get started. So to give you some context, I'm making a beanie, rectangular construction, and this is Aran weight yarn. So I'm going to strand it together like 2 skeins of yarn at once. In this pattern that claims it will only take an hour, says super chunky yarn with a 12mm hook, which I do have. I never get to use my chunky hooks really, so I'm excited to use a 12mm, like what in the world? So I've made my slip knot and we're just gonna start crocheting. Again, this is for my dad and he's got a big head. His head is, let's see what my mom said. She measured his head for me and it's 26 inches and the adult man size, which is the largest size in this pattern, is 22 to 24 inches. This is from For the Frills, by the way. So the foundation chain determines the height of the hat, whereas the number of rows determines the circumference. So actually I can just follow this to a T. She wants 25 chains for the largest size. So the adult man size fits a 22 inch to 24 inch head, but the rectangle itself will be 20 inches, which means like it'll stretch to 22 or 24 inches. So I think I should do as many rows until I get to like 24 inches just to be safe, so that I can easily stretch to 26 to fit my dad's head. Hopefully that made sense. I don't know if it did. I think it made sense. I'm very happy though that I don't have to mess with the foundation chains, because sometimes I feel like that's where issues arise, because the foundation chain is quite literally the foundation of everything. All right, the clock starts now. Also, I have the timer going on my watch as well and my phone. That way I have like 2 going so I can get like a more accurate count kind of. Oh my gosh. And this is what like 10 minutes of crocheting has got me. So this is the height of the hat because it'll have like a brim. And this is 12 inches long. So we're meeting gauge. And I did do like a slight gauge swatch earlier, but I didn't show you. I just did a gauge row. Should I turn my filming light on so you can see me better? Whoa. Isn't this like really cute Christmas colors and the reflective thread? I love it. But I'm going to check in with you again at 30 minutes.
I don't know how it got so bad. Just go and cancel all my plans. Every time I'm feeling sad, oh, I feel like dancing in the sand.
I have an update on the beanie. This is 30 minutes of work. So put in your bets now for if this is going to fit around my dad's head in another 30 minutes. I reckon that it won't. I'll put on the light so you can see it better. This is like 6.5 inches wide, and it needs to be like 24 inches, 22 or 24 inches wide. I think it's gonna take 2 hours, not 1 hour, which is a bit annoying, but realistic, you know? So I'm going to see how much more I can get done in half an hour. Okay, I'm kind of sad because I've been crocheting for an hour and the beanie's not done. This is how wide it is, and I think it's only like halfway done. Wait, let's measure it. Yeah, it's like halfway there, a little less than halfway. So I reckon the whole beanie is gonna take like 2.5 hours. Obviously, I'm not finishing it tonight, which is kind of a bummer because I was like, it would be nice if it only took an hour and then I could be done with one of my gifts that quickly. But also 2 hours for a whole beanie, especially for a man, it's like still a really quick project. I'll see you tomorrow. I'm also going to test out another project tomorrow. Let me just get the yarn to show you. For the other project that I want to see if I can do it in an hour is literally just a makeup pouch for my mom with this like gigantic yarn. But I think I'm just going to make like the base of a pouch or of a bag that's like the length of this, and then just work it up and then sew the zipper on. That's the plan at least. So I'm also going to time that. And yeah, don't worry, like even though, I mean, I'm sure you were super worried, even though this didn't take an hour, I'm still gonna time it, like continue timing it and see how long it does take. So yeah, that's my update. I'm gonna probably just go to bed. All right, good night. Good morning, it's the next day and I'm rushing out of the house, but I'm going to my work Christmas lunch. So I'm bringing this, haven't started it yet, and then I just put the beanie I was working on last night in the bag, and then we'll have the Christmas team lunch, and then I'm gonna skedaddle and run some errands, go to like a coffee shop I really like, and crochet out and about. So I'm going to vlog. That's my update for the morning. I wish I could have crocheted this morning, but I went to bed really late again, so I woke up late. I really need to fix that. My Christmas lunch went way longer than I thought it would, but it was really fun, so I'm glad I went to that because I wasn't completely sure if I was going to go since I have the day off, but it was really nice. We had mulled wine, regular wine, and then like roast dinner. But low-key, my stomach kind of hurts, so I think I'm just gonna go home and crochet. I'm home now, and honestly, I do not feel like working on the beanie right now, and you deserve to see something different. So we're going to start the makeup pouch. This is the inspiration. My mom was in Peru, really randomly, and she went to a yarn shop because obviously there's alpacas there, and they got me some alpaca yarn for Christmas, just a little bit, because I hope just a little bit because it's really expensive. She was like, look at these cute little makeup pouches, and I was like, do you want one? And she said, yes! Yes, girl! So I'm making her a pouch inspired by these that she saw, and then I've also seen like more on Pinterest. And I just got like a simple little zipper. Cute. It's 20 centimeters long, which I think is quite standard. It might be a bit bigger than I want, but I clearly have so much yarn, it's completely fine. But I'm gonna work on this for like half an hour, and I think this one will be a lot more promising than the beanie, because this yarn is freaking huge. Like, looks like udon noodles. I'm not using a pattern, so I guess this isn't technically testing like a 1 hour pattern, but more like how much can I crochet in an hour. My plan is that I'm going to crochet a foundation chain that's this length, make like an oval base, which involves increasing, and then stop increasing, and then just continue single crochets until the bag's like the height that I want. I'm just gonna do a timer instead of a stopwatch for this one. I wanna watch something that like I don't really care if I'm paying attention. Okay, it took me 10 minutes to do the base. Not too shabby, not too shabby. So now I don't have to do any more increases. Honestly, I was kind of just winging it, so I don't think it's a perfect oval by any means. But it's okay, it's like, I feel like chunky yarn is so forgiving, so you can kind of get away with little mistakes, in my opinion. But yeah, now I just don't do any increases and I just single crochet until it's the height that I want, just going round and round and round. Let's see how long that takes. Let's see. Okay, I don't know how I didn't realize this sooner, but 20 centimeters is just way too big. This is a purse. Okay, this is how far I got in 30 minutes. So long story short, yes, you can make a makeup pouch with this giant ass yarn in like 30 minutes, an hour, depending on how big you want it. But I should have frogged it earlier because I want it like half this size. It's supposed to be a little makeup pouch and I'm not gonna present my mom with like, here's a giant purse that like, she's not gonna wear a purse that looks like this. I mean, but at least I know that it doesn't take that long because that was only 30 minutes and I basically finished like a giant version of what I want. And you might be wondering like, okay, well, what are you gonna do with the 20 centimeter zipper? I'm just gonna like use only 2/3 of it. And I've done this before where like they only had zippers that were too big for the wallet that I made. You see how there's like this thing that stops the zipper? If you just like sew over that and make like a yarn version of this metal thing basically, if that makes sense, to like stop the zipper from unzipping. This feels like a fail, but you know what? I'm gonna tell myself it's not a fail because like it's not a big deal. It's fine. This has been a real twist in the tail that this project is taking way longer than the other project. And it's not because it doesn't work up quickly. Like I said, you could definitely make this in like 30 minutes or an hour with this big of a yarn. It's just that I can't get the sizing right, and I'm gonna stick with this. This is me working on like the body already, but I tried like 3 different lengths of foundation chains and I'm still kind of like, is it too big? But whatever, it's fine. It's like the size of an iPhone. That's a bit annoying because I was really like, wow, you guys are gonna be so impressed. I'm gonna make 2 crochet Christmas gifts in like 2 hours. And it's not that it's actually taken me 2 whole days going into 3. It's more that like I've had other stuff going on. Like, you know, I can crochet for another hour and then crochet this for another hour, film it and then edit it, but then I'll be editing like really late. So I'm just gonna edit another video that I filmed on like Monday. So it's literally not that deep, but I'm just annoyed and I'm trying not to be annoyed with myself. It's fine. So I'm gonna edit that video and take a break from this and work on it. Finish them tonight/tomorrow. Don't get discouraged if you're like, oh, I wanna make it, but you're taking a long ass time. It's just because I'm busy. That's the only reason why. If I just like sat down for a couple hours, then I could, but I ended up doing more today than I thought I was gonna do, so yeah. I don't know what there is. It doesn't say it's raining. It doesn't say it's gonna rain. It's like 47 degrees, so foggy, and I'm just being like sprayed with cold water. But at that point I was like, should I just go somewhere closer by to crochet and journal? And I was like, you know what, I'm already out. I have the day off, so we're walking like 30 minutes. my little filming light on so you can see me better. I'm in my fluffy robe and I'm happy to say that the beanie is finished. I don't even know where it is. And I was asking my mom, like, did you measure his head correctly because it's so big? But also, like, I shouldn't be talking because it doesn't not fit me. Like, it looks a little bit big on me, but I think my dad's head is 2 inches bigger in circumference than mine. So I will say this is like the simple rectangle construction beanie that like all beginners I recommend do, and that probably everyone has seen before because it's like the easiest wearable item that you can crochet. But something that people don't like about it is that it does leave a lot of like fabric at the top, which is why it looks kind of like lumpy at the top, but I don't know. It's fine. And I've finished the pouch at the cafe. I'm quite happy with the size. I think this is good. Part of me is still like, could it be smaller? But before I was making like a full-on purse on accident. And I wasn't lazy with the zipper. I've actually done the running stitches trying to stay like the same length. And I finished doing that, so now I'm just gonna do slip stitches or single crochets into here with my jumbo yarn. And then I have another gift, but it's like a very popular pattern that I'm making, so I'm gonna make that its own video because I think it'll be interesting to like watch the process and my review of making that. I'm curious what you're making for Christmas. Some people have told me in the comments in past videos, but I want to hear what people are making. And even if you're not making anything for Christmas, if you're just like crocheting right now because it's the holidays and maybe you're on break from school or work, just like, what are you crocheting for yourself or for your house or whatever? Like, I need some inspo. I'm gonna start crocheting. I finished slip stitching onto the stitches I made on the zipper and turned it inside out so I could get like these ends in a bit more. And it's just difficult because it's t-shirt yarn and there's like stuffing inside the fabric. So it's a bit harder to like weave in and make it look nice than regular yarn. But I tried my best. I don't know. Okay, I'm gonna leave it for now because I'm just not sure how I want to deal with that. But the zipper is very much hidden, which I'm glad about because the yarn is so chunky, so I had a feeling it'd be easy to like hide the zipper. I need to get like a zipper pull or just like a little key ring. I probably have one somewhere, but I also wanted my sister to like get me a charm with my mom's initial on it because she has a bunch of like jewelry supply stores near her in Madrid. Oh, and I probably should have said, so crocheting this an hour, the whole zipper process, because I was actually trying to be careful and like measuring out the stitches on the zipper to be in line with this because I didn't want the zipper to be like super wavy, and honestly it's still not completely flat. I don't know if you can see. That itself probably took like 40 minutes if I'm being completely honest. But that's not the crochet part. The crochet part, definitely like an hour, and you could probably do it even faster. That doesn't include me like messing about with the sizing and stuff because I couldn't decide what I wanted. And then this, 2.5 hours. And I don't even feel like I'm a slow crocheter. Like, I'm definitely not super fast, but I've been crocheting for like 2-3 years now. So be slightly suspicious if something says it's going to be an hour-long project, unless it's with this insanely chunky yarn and it's something really small like this. Yeah, just be cautious. Just be cautious. That's my word of advice. But I want to say thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it. Vlogmas is almost over because it's almost Christmas, which is so crazy. But let me know what kind of content you want to see in the future, in 2025, etc. I have tons of ideas coming up, and like, I'm always open to hearing what people want to see, so do let me know in the comments, and let me know what you're crocheting because I want to hear about it. I need some inspiration. Woo! This is what we got done. I'm really proud of myself. Yay! As always, thank you so much for being here, and I hope to see you in the next one. Bye!